This is my review of the new Leatherman SURGE. The newest additions on the Leatherman SURGE are those exchangeable wire cutters. Beside that, you can exchange the saw blade for any T-shank blade that you find in your tool store. One of the major difference between this new Leatherman SURGE and the old one is that you have here exchangeable wire cutting blades. Does bigger mean better? Well, in this case, yes. This new Leatherman SURGE is far more bigger than the old Leatherman Wave, for example, that most of you are common with. So here's the Leatherman Wave in front, and behind you see the new Leatherman SURGE. As you can see, the SURGE itself is much bigger than the Leatherman Wave, and it feels more like a tool and less like a toy. With this close look you can see the difference of the two blades, the main blades of those Leathermans. The SURGE really excels with this bigger blade. Awesome. The Leatherman SURGE also features an exchangeable saw blade that the Wave does not have. The Leatherman SURGE also features an awl that is lockable, and instead of the eyeglass screwdriver, the Leatherman SURGE has a flathead screwdriver on this side. While the Leatherman Wave has those very tiny little scissors on the inside of the tool, the Leatherman SURGE has some real scissors, accessible from the outside of the tool, like your main blade, the serrated blade or the saw. Well, of course there is some minor differences, not just in the tools. Because of the size of the SURGE, it is more heavy than the Wave is. But tell you what, are you a man or are you a kid? Damn, this thing just weighs 12.5 ounces. Who can't carry 12.5 ounces? Come on, that's possible. But what you get is a tool, a real tool that you can work with, that you can repair things with. That's, for me, the most important thing, to have one tool that will not let you down when you need it. So let's put the Wave aside and take a closer look on every single tool on this badass new Leatherman SURGE. So those are all the tools that are inside of the handles from the new Leatherman SURGE. You have an awl that is locking. You have a big badass flathead screwdriver that you also can use as a small little pry bar. And you have this 4mm flathead screwdriver that you can use on some Phillips heads as well. On this side here we have the exchangeable bit holder, and you have this can/bottle opener / wire stripper. The inside there is the wire stripper, a sharpened V-notch that you can score the wire around and then pull off with your fingers or even with your pliers from your Leatherman. Great tool to have. When you open up every tool on this Leatherman SURGE, hear that sound. That's a positive feedback of a locking tool. For releasing the tool, you have to press this point here, and this T-shank opens up, and then you can fold your tool back in. On the outside of the tool, one-handed opening and closing mechanism, you find your main blade, the big and heavy-duty pair of scissors, a serrated edge that is awesome as a rescue blade, because you have this round tip here that is not sharpened, so you can go under a seatbelt and cut the seatbelt loose. So this would be an awesome rescue blade. And this fourth tool on the outside available is this saw blade that you have seen before, that is exchangeable with any T-shank blade that you can find in your tool shop. There you have a small liner lock that you have to press down to release the blade. And as you can see, this is one hand opening and one hand closing, so totally one hand operatable. What I also want to show you is this. As you can see on the spine of this blade, right there, it's a smooth one. So that lets you know that this is the plain edge blade. On the other hand, you have this jimping here on top of this blade, which tells you by just feel it that this one is the serrated blade. So even in the dark, with just touching the tool, you know exactly what you're going to unfold next. There is something else that Leatherman makes right, and it is the way where the serrations are placed on the blade. As you can see, I'm a right-handed guy, and the serrations are on this side of the blade, so when I'm doing some carving, I have a straight plain side of the blade against the wood or the material I'm carving, and I have the serrated part facing away from me. That's not on that much blades. This for me is the right side of serrations. As you can see, the saw blade is functioning very well. The wire cutting blades, you have two portions. You have the straight ones, which are used for normal wire, single strand wire, and you have this curved piece inside there, which is regularly used for a little harder piece of wire. That's what the manual of this Leatherman SURGE says. Beside the ability of cutting the wire with your front plier, you have on the inside of this tool, as you can see here and here, two more tools. This on the direct side of the plier, so on the inside there, this gives you the chance of cutting really hard wire. And underneath you have a crimping tool. So if you are an electrician, you know what to do with this. It is to crimp something onto a multi-stranded piece of wire to have a good and tight connection in your socket where you screw on this wire. Great tool to have with you. The Leatherman SURGE comes with this nice MOLLE-compatible pouch that holds not just your Leatherman but also your accessories that you may have for your Leatherman tool. Along with the Leatherman SURGE you also get this exchangeable blade that you can put in where the saw is, and it is one side this metal/wooden file. You have this metal saw teeth or very fine saw, and on the other side you have this diamond file, which is awesome to sharpen and resharpen your tool, your Leatherman SURGE, out in the field. Well, this will not give you a razor's edge, but it will give you a capable edge that you're able to carve and cut with. Awesome accessory and standard with the Leatherman SURGE. With this tool, you're ready when the zombie apocalypse arrives. Made in the US, 25 years of warranty. This was my review of the new Leatherman SURGE. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon in the next one. Mike out.